This is 7 days after a prostate removal surgery. I had a surgery at 1:30 p.m. May 11th on Wednesday, and by 1 p.m. Friday I was home. So just 2 days in the hospital, basically. A little less than 48 hours after the surgery, I was back home. I chose to have open surgery versus robotic assisted. As far as pain, I had an epidural while they put the epidural injection tube in just before surgery. They asked me if I wanted that, and they said it was common to do that, so I chose to. And after the surgery in the recovery room, they asked me if there was any pain, and I said, feeling a little bit where the incision was. And they said, just push the button if you feel pain and you want some extra medicine. So I pushed it then. At some point after that, it may have been 30 minutes or an hour, I don't know, but I felt no pain in that area for the whole rest of the time I was in the hospital. So the pain, there was no problem with that. I believe that night on Wednesday they tried to stand me up and walk me around. After standing for a minute or two, I got sick and vomited, and so they tried it the next morning, same thing, and maybe a couple hours after that, same thing. But so 3 times I would just get sick from standing up. But by Thursday night, I was standing and walking around. I remember I walked around the halls from about 5:30 to 7, so about an hour and a half. I was already walking around quite a bit, and just no pain. I was eating. I actually ate something Wednesday night after the surgery, and was on full meals after that. I had a pretty good appetite for the first 2 or 3 meals, and then it was reduced, but bowels weren't moving yet. Maybe that's part of it. But I wasn't hungry, wasn't too full or uncomfortable that way. So it was no problem really. Before I was discharged, they took the epidural line out and started me on some pain pills. They gave me I believe one at the hospital, and then I was discharged, and they sent me home with hydrocodone, and I took 1, maybe 2 Friday on that day when I was discharged, and then 1 the next day, Saturday morning at 7 a.m. And I didn't take any after that because I really didn't feel anything that I would describe as pain in the incision area or internally or anything like that. So I stopped taking the hydrocodone. They sent me antibiotics, 10 days of cephalexin. So 3 times a day I take that. For pain, maybe just a general discomfort, and also I have a Foley catheter tube that is taking care of the urine right now and going to a bag. It's sometimes a little uncomfortable where it goes in at nighttime when I'm trying to go to sleep. If I move around or stand up, the pain's usually gone, but it's enough to keep me awake. So 3 times since then I've taken either Tylenol or Motrin, just 1 a day, just to sleep at night, and that's been sufficient. After that, during the day, I don't need anything for pain. So surprised maybe about that, pleasantly, that the pain has not been too much, because they said it's common for people to be on a pain pill on the hydrocodone for maybe a week and to be ready for that. So, and that's you're allowed to take that every 6 hours. So I only took 3. So I'm happy about that. I've been eating full meals 2 or 3 days after I came home, that the bowels started working right, and so no problem there. I've been walking around the house for my exercise, and at first getting in and out of bed was the hardest part, and getting situated in the bed, but not too much, and it didn't last just while I was trying to move. So I didn't feel like I needed any pain medicine or over-the-counter medicines for that. But after that, just walking around and sitting and all is just not been a problem at all. In 1 more week, I get the Foley catheter taken out, and I'll have a little more mobility after that. I've been pretty much staying in the house for 1 week now, just resting and recovering.